Hey there, fellows. Let's have a bit of fun in this one. Parked behind me, we have this automobile, a 2101 series Lada. Some of the panels on it have been painted, there's a bit of rust here and there, and the rocker panels are in particularly good shape. Check out this interior, though. I don't even know where it came from, but it looks nice. The front seats even have power adjustments. Now, I don't quite understand what they were going for. Perhaps they made this for late-night cruising? And right here, we have 2 bottles of our favorite Coca-Cola. As for what I have in mind, well, a lot of people have been asking that we replace brake fluid with something like water or diesel fuel. But since we have so much fun with Coca-Cola, let's drain all of the brake fluid, pour in some cola, and see how the brakes work. Let's do this. Replacing brake fluid with Coca-Cola, originally uploaded in July of 2018, translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Now, in order to start this car, some people might not even be aware that it's a thing, but on this car we have a hand crank. That's the key they gave us when we bought this thing. I have no idea how difficult this is going to be to start. I actually had one of these back in the day. When cold, it would just fire up. But when hot, it really struggled. Let's just push it. So here's the situation. So when you open the bottle, pour in the cola, and begin the bleeding procedure, well, the cola itself does make it all the way through the system. Into each and every brake cylinder, however, the brakes don't work, simply because the Coca-Cola is carbonated. And in case you didn't know, gas or air in the brake system is going to compress, which means there won't be enough pressure for the calipers to squeeze on the brake pads. And that's the reason why we have no brakes. There should never be any gases or air in the brake system. All of this means that we'll have to shake all of the gases out of the cola first. And only after that can we pour it in once more and bleed the brakes. Alright, let's do this. Okay, we are looking good. The brake system now contains cola instead of normal fluid. It's devoid of any gases. Now, since this isn't a new car, then again, I don't think this would work well on a new car either. Whatever, let's just roll around and see how the brakes work. Why isn't this moving? Power adjustments my ass. Nope, they don't work. I mean, there was some pressure happening on the lift, but on the ground, these are completely ineffective. Come on, come on. Scary. Alright, so once we got the air out and poured in the cola, after a few attempts we were able to get the pads to move around. So the brakes did seem to be working to some capacity. But then we took the car off the lift, rolled it to this spot, and that's when things started to go completely sour. The brake pedal is just dangling. You don't feel any resistance whatsoever. And that tells us what? that replacing brake fluid with cola is a dumb idea. It just doesn't work. Regardless, this was still a pretty fun experiment. By the way, they say that in the olden days, when you'd lose all of your brake fluid either due to a brake line being torn off or something else like that, well, from what I've heard, people would take soapy water, and it had to be really soapy water. You'd pour that in, and it'd actually work. And maybe it does actually work, but cola definitely does not. Anyway, fellas, it's all good, but don't pour cola into your brake system. It's all a bunch of nonsense. And that's all I got for you. Watch us, subscribe, send in your suggestions, comment. All right, catch you later.